Welcome to this section on Overview of Employment Opportunities. Did you know that there are 5 types of employment authorizations for international students? The 5 are on-campus employment, curricular practical training, also known as CPT, pre-completion optional practical training, post-completion optional practical training, both are considered OPT, and economic hardship. On-campus employment is the most common employment for our students. F1 students are permitted to work on campus up to 20 hours per week while school is in session. During the spring, summer, and winter breaks, students may work more than 20 hours per week. New students may start on-campus employment within 30 days of their program start date. F1 students can work on campus until their I-20 CVIS record has been transferred to a new institution or up to their program end date, whichever occurs earlier. To find a job on campus, please reach out to the different departments to see who may be hiring. International students can work for the campus, the bookstore, or other on-campus service providers. Our students have found positions as safety aides, tutors, and even as peer advisors in our international office. If someone on campus would like to hire you and you need a social security number, you will need a letter from the department on school letterhead who is hiring you. You will then log in to our international student portal and navigate to our on-campus employment request. This letter should include position, title, nature of job, number of hours per week, and your supervisor's name and contact information. After you upload your employment offer letter and submit your request, an F1 advisor will review your request and guide you in applying for a social security number through the Social Security Administration office. You will then need to bring your employment offer letter, proof of full-time enrollment, SS5 form, pictured on the screen, passport, Form I-20, I-94, and a letter of support from our office to the Social Security office. Please contact our office if you have been hired on campus and need assistance with this. Curricular Practical Training, also known as CPT, is designed for students whose academic program requires them to gain on-site job experience. An example might be a student in a teaching program where they are required to work at a school site to complete their academic program. To be eligible for CPT, students must have an offer of employment in their field of study, must enroll in a course for that major that requires off-site employment, and be maintaining F1 status. Students at the Peralta colleges can be authorized to work up to 20 hours per week per CPT request. Our office permits students to apply for CPT a total of 2 full-time semesters and 1 summer term. To apply for CPT, please log into our International Student Portal and navigate to our request page. You will then select the CPT requests. Once opened, you can review our instructions and eligibility, answer the relevant questions, and submit the required documentation. Students are required to submit an updated student education plan, which outlines the required courses for your program, along with an employment offer letter. Please note there are no costs associated with applying for CPT. Students can be authorized to work immediately by the Office of International Education. The dates of your employment, however, would be determined by the duration of the class that requires CPT. Training, commonly known as OPT, consists of 2 types, pre-completion OPT and post-completion OPT. Pre-completion OPT is part-time, 20 hours per week or less while you are a student. Post-completion OPT is full-time, more than 20 hours per week after you have completed your program and earned a degree. Work authorization for either OPT must be obtained from USCIS. While there is no enrollment requirement, there is an application fee to be approved to work off campus by USCIS. Applications may also take between 2 to 3 months for approval. Students who have been approved for OPT at the associate level or higher are not eligible for OPT at the Peralta colleges. Pre-completion OPT is for students who want to receive permission to work off campus while they are a student. Pre-completion OPT is to earn practical work experience related to your major prior to the completion of your program. Students are eligible after having been an international student for a full academic year. Employment can be authorized for up to 1 year per request. You may request pre-completion OPT up to 2 times. You may only work part-time, 20 hours per week or less, for the duration of your approved employment. Employment must be related to your major. Unlike CPT, though, there is no course requirement. Students who are approved for pre-completion OPT must continue to follow the F1 rules and regulations and maintain their F1 status. Pre-completion OPT does take away from a student's full OPT clock at half the rate. Post-completion OPT is for students who are completing their degree or certificate, as long as it is not an ESOL. You can apply for post-completion OPT in your final semester of your program. You will need to petition to graduate with a counselor to verify the completion of your program. You may apply for OPT as early as 90 days before your program ends, and the process typically takes 2 to 3 months for you to receive approval. With post-completion OPT, you can request to work off campus for up to 1 year, and you are required to work more than 20 hours per week in a field related to your major. When you're ready to apply for post-completion OPT, you can find the application in the International Student Portal. Should you transfer out while you're on OPT, your OPT will be automatically completed at that time. If you find yourself in a difficult financial situation due to an unforeseen circumstance and have been an F1 student for 1 academic year at the Peralta colleges, you may apply for economic hardship. Economic hardship allows students to work off campus in any job for up to 1 year. Economic hardship permission does not impact OPT. Students who are approved for economic hardship must continue to maintain their F1 status and continue to follow all rules and regulations. If you ever find yourself in a difficult financial situation, please meet with one of our advisors so they can review your eligibility and guide you on the process. Each semester, the Office of International Education provides workshops to support students in their employment opportunities. Please check the events calendar online for more information on workshops, which may include employment authorization, how to prepare a U.S. resume and cover letter, interviewing skills, utilizing LinkedIn, developing networking skills, and intercultural competency. If you have any questions about employment authorization, please contact our office to see how we can best assist you. This concludes our section on overview of employment opportunities.